STARTALK is a federally granted program whose purpose is to motivate students to study a critical language. A critical language is a language that is of critical importance for our country in terms of diplomacy, politically and economically. So the Chicago Public Schools and University of Chicago have partnered together to offer this opportunity to roughly 30 high school students who study for a month here in intense program. 90% of the instruction is done in either Arabic or Chinese. It's the closest they're going to get to either China or the Middle East during the summer without ever leaving Chicago.
One of the wonderful things about the STARTALK program is it gives the students an opportunity to experience life here on campus as a University of Chicago student.
They have access to the entire university as if they are students. So not only they get to learn the language, but they also learn what it means to walk these hallways.
The richness of the STARTALK program, the multifaceted nature, the way that we have in-class language and culture, cultural clubs, field trips. So each kind of student will find something that works for them.
The role of music for me has always been about culture. For example, the oud is like the grandfather of the guitar, but it's also related to the Chinese people. And to find those commonalities through something like music and through art is something that we tell our students all the time. If we understand each other better by learning whatever language it is, Arabic, Chinese, English, we can only serve to understand each other better as humans and realize that we have a lot more in common than we do differences.
So sometimes the political climate, ironically, makes more people want to learn the language. We hope that when we get those students in our classrooms, we're able to obviously teach them the language, but also teach them the culture behind the language, the history behind the language, the history of the people who speak the language, so that when they go out in the world of the media, they're able to give depth and dimension to the issues that are debated in the media.
One of the most rewarding things I have seen come out of this program, because I also work in the Chicago Public Schools as well as a teaching artist, I see many of the same students coming here, and to see the commitment that they have not only to join the STARTALK program but also beyond it, I find it amazing that they're willing to commit to learning the language but also learning about the culture of that language. And I've seen students continue on into college and well beyond.
The biggest benefit is for the student. As the name says, it's STARTALK. It really gets the student to talk in the targeted language.
The program has impacted my Chinese immensely. I've learned at least twice as much as I used to know. I know so much more about Chinese culture, and I can talk with Chinese locals, which is really great.
I come from a Palestinian background. My Arabic wasn't really the best, and this just completely made it so much better. And now I can use it in like an everyday kind of way because it just got us so comfortable with reading, writing. Oh yeah, I call my grandma on the phone because she lives in Palestine, and there's a big time change, so I can only call her at certain times, but when I do, it's short but sweet, and it's like the Arabic's so much better, and I can understand her so much better and easier and more fluently, so we can understand each other and it goes smoothly.
STARTALK helped me with understanding and hearing Chinese and Mandarin because I'm not used to being in an immersive environment, and so being a part of this program was able to help me listen better and to speak more. I just came back from China yesterday, and I was able to speak to all the natives and ask them questions. I was able to bargain. I was also able to ask for directions and to speak to my teachers in Mandarin. The advantage of being bilingual is being able to you understand another culture that's not your own, and you are able to converse with people, and I kind of think of it as you're being more knowledgeable in life by not only knowing your own language, but by learning about another language and being able to speak it and practice it, because it shows that you're knowledgeable and that you appreciate another culture and language.
Learning Arabic has just given me a bunch of opportunities and allowed me to talk to a bunch of people that I probably wouldn't have crossed paths with. But just like learning the language and getting to talk to people has been like so rewarding. So I actually participated in STARTALK in 8th grade. Since then, I've returned to the university to take Arabic classes, and now I am a TA for the Arabic program.
Seeing the students really light up and can feel they can do something real with real communicative functions using the target language, and when they tell you, yes, I did it, I did talk in the target language, that's the biggest reward of this program.
درست العربية. I studied Arabic.